Hello back. Following day, I've been squaring up some carpentry. So put that extra joist there. It's about 400 gap from this other joist, so I don't need to put two, just one is enough. Also, I leveled out the buttons, put the buttons on top of the AB2. If you remember, I said the old button is slightly thicker than new one, so I had to put extra packers in shape of ply. Now this floor is 20 millimeters. Our new chipboard flooring P5 is 18 millimeters. So I need to make up extra 2 millimeters on the flooring and about 3 millimeters on the button, which is 5.5 thin ply. Well, works pretty much well, as you can see there. So I just cut loads of strips and then fix the ply on. Also cut one sheet for here so I can have some kind of working platform. That day will be filled in with quilt. So to stop insulation falling down into that extractor area of the chimney, I just put out thin ply, just made a little lattice to hold it there. Also on this side, that's our stud wall. So on this side as well, I sorted out the buttons, leveled out the floor, and then properly leveled out bathroom area, shower area. Also, I made a correct fall on soil pipe. I pulled the pipe further towards center, and as you can see, it's swaying slightly to the left, but that's okay because it's almost 4 meters long and a little sway on the pipe is not a problem. I got a shower tray and waste is in the corner, so I could do either this corner here or the corner here. So because I already got this bay open, I opted to have a waste in this corner, back corner here. So that's been trimmed and installed. Again, it sways a little bit, but that's fine. I would just want it to be a few inches off soil pipe on that end there. And installed shower plate. These are brilliant. So little notch on the stud, fixed it on. Copper pipe will go through, caps on, connect onto the feed from upstairs from the loft, hot and cold, and you'll see through the video. It's genius idea. Whoever invented this, I take my hat down. Seriously, it's brilliant. Yeah. So anyway, all this carpentry is done. I sussed out all the plumbing there. What's what and what's not. So I got a good plan what to do with that. So now, next thing is I'm going to run some pipes from the loft, as I already mentioned before. I don't know if you can see there, probably not now. See if I can do that. That's my mega flow or pressurized cylinder. So that's where hot water comes from. So I'm going to run pipes, hot and cold, through the loft, down the wall, and then up to the basin, up to the toilet, and also through that wall there. I'm going to drop and connect down in the corner to existing pipes of that bathroom. I'm going to have isolators upstairs in the loft, separate isolators for this bathroom and separate isolators for that bathroom there. I'll just use full bore lever valves. So if I need to do any work in either one of these bathrooms, I can just shut each bathroom as I wish. Yeah, so it's all going by the plan. Yeah, pipes now, and then will be insulation, flooring, buttons on the ceiling, level the ceiling out, and then loads of plasterboard. I explained in my previous videos why I use fixing foam. So this is actually adhesive, as you can see there. Multiple reasons. One of them is it's a gap filling, so you got chased, it needs filling anyway. It's lagging the pipe, protecting as a thermal insulator, movement insulator, and also protects the pipe from the contact with brickwork on the back. So when it does have movement, like a thermal movement or whatever, it doesn't rub against the brickwork and doesn't cut the pipe. And also when you cement it over, it protects the pipe from cement, because cement is aggressive to copper. So I mean, how many reasons I just named there? 5, 6. And also fixes the pipe in exact position where you want it to be fixed, nice and level, straight out of the wall and everything, ready to be nice and solid. I mean, at the moment it's all wobbly, so I'm not gonna muck it up. Once it goes off, it's gonna be nice and solid. You can bolt onto it, whatever fitting you need to bolt, it's not gonna move. So multiple reasons. And here it is. Plumbing is sort of done. Basically dry side of it is done. I've done as far as I can without the draining system down and actually connecting everything together. So in terms of central heating, I've run 2 new pipes from the point where I'm going to pick up. So I got this mishmash here. These pipes gonna get redundant. These 2 new ones gonna be connected instead. Then I got tee off for the radiator for one side, for the other side. Pipes go along. So by running these new pipes under the floor, I'm gonna get rid of that lot that goes above the floor. So them 2 pipes, they're coming there. I put them in this stud wall here, and they will connect behind there onto them 2 heating pipes, so I can remove all of that. Then this is my cold mains riser to go upstairs. I'll take this stopcock off from here. I might put it downstairs, or might put it up in the loft, so I'll decide that on situ. So once I take that off, I need to extend it and link up with this 22mm that goes in the stud wall up in the loft. By doing that, the old cold main riser will get redundant, so I can cut that off. And also here, from that first tee, that's the feed for the bathroom next door, cold feed. So I'll have to take this tee off and put a cap on it, because then from the loft where this new cold main riser goes up in the loft, I'm gonna tee it off and run it down with this pipe here and connect to one of these 2 that are coming from the bathroom, the right hand side one. So the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm going to put isolating full bore valve up in the loft for next door bathroom, for cold and for hot. So I could then shut hot and cold for that entire bathroom, separate from rest of the house. And I'll have exactly same scenario for this ensuite on this side here. So that, I mean, it maybe not, well, maybe it doesn't make much sense now, but once all this malarkey has been removed and simplified, it will make sense. And then also another thing I got, as we got this old iron pipe that is hot coming from the loft, and that goes up there through the wall and then goes up and comes up in that corner there. So where that pipe is coming up into the loft, I can cut it off there and isolate feed to it, and that riser and that pipe will become redundant, including that pipe that goes up in the wall. But that's our hot feed into that bathroom next door at the moment. So once I disconnect everything, I'll have to keep this section of the pipe, I'll have to cap it off here. It will become, unfortunately, what's it called? Deadlock? Oh, I can't remember now. Anyway, it will become redundant, and it will become just extension of hot, which is not ideal. But when I got the bathroom downstairs there's a plate there. That's the wall between kitchen and the bathroom downstairs. So once I do that bathroom downstairs, I'll take the ceiling down because it's in a bad state, and I'll be able to access from underneath this subfloor here, and I'll make this pipe gone completely, because I know that on the other end, when I done that bathroom, I already got modern pipe and I extended from it, so that's going to be fine. Then to get hot feed for that bathroom next door, I run from upstairs, from our hot water tank pipe through the stud wall here to different bays. This is going to be cold main bay, and this here will be hot. So that's coming down, and I'm going to connect to that pipe there, which is coming from the bathroom as hot, that was serving basin here in past, but now is gonna take the hot and take it back into the bathroom. So going a bit of back to front, but it will work beautifully. Now that's that. And regards to hot and cold for this shower room here, I got two pipes coming down, hot and cold. That cold will be connected to that water main riser that is up there with a valve, full bore valve, and that serves cold for my shower plate. Already not mentioned it before. As you can see how it's very simple. So it's just a plate, nut with o-ring, you tighten up, that's solid, you board it up, tile it, and then you just cut the pipe where you need. Use one of these, so whatever pipe you need to be, you just cut it there, put that on, and then you put your shower valve, thermostatic valve, whatever valve, directly onto these. It's a brilliant system, absolutely brilliant system. I mean, I take hat off to whoever invented that. It's simple, it's cheap enough, simple to make, and it's absolutely brilliant. Keeps the pipes, you can make them dead level, and keeps them 150 millimeters apart, dead on. So don't have to use any adjusters or anything for your shower valves. It goes dead on. Anyway, so that's that. Cold comes down, hot comes down again from the tank with full bore isolator. So hot serves shower, goes under the floor here, through here, and here for the basin, and also our cold comes here, tees off basin, and goes up in the wall and ends up here, and that's going to be feed for our toilet. So the fair bit of connections and stuff, yeah, but it's good. And some people will say, oh, cowboy, using all the plastic pipe, but these plastic pipe, this plastic pipe is being tested, it's been approved for heating and hot water and potable water, and it's got lifespan of something like 25 years or so at least. The reason why I like it is because I can run it all the way underneath the floor with no joints. I only have a joints where I really need them, and what I found with these joints, they don't really leak. I had maybe one in 1,000 that will have factory fault, that will leak. But as you do the work, you pressurize the system and you check it, and the leak when they leak, they actually leak from beginning. They don't spring a leak, say, a year later or something. They're literally within 24 hours they're gonna show. So they are safe. In my opinion, they're absolutely safe, and there's nothing wrong with them. And yeah, so especially when you combine it with the copper, perfect. So my heating, hot and cold supplies, and the waste, as we got a shower waste there, toilet waste there, the old basin waste. Once I remove these iron pipes, I'll be able to cut it back and I'll cap it, and then on second fix I'll drill through exactly where I need, bring it out above the roof and run it into the stack that is just behind that corner there externally. So waste sorted. Now I'm just gonna tidy this up a bit more, remove the tools I don't need here, and I'm gonna button the ceiling out. So well, first for buttoning, what I'm gonna do is with the drill, I'll drill into ceiling and try to find where the joisting are, where the joists are. So that will be my fixing points. Then once I find where the joists are on one side, find them on the other side, then I can just with a chalk line just ping the lines so I know exactly where the joists are all the way through the ceiling. And then as I put my buttons perpendicular to the joists, 90 degrees, then I can see exactly where I need to put a fixing, and I'll just put I'll fix a button on every 400 centers. It doesn't have to be exactly 400, it can be 10-20 mil more or less, it doesn't really matter. And just run them across, fix them to the ceiling, level them out as best as I can, and then I can do electrics. And there you go. And here it is, the ceiling grid is on. So all these lines represent our joists above it, and all these lines here, they represent where the button is going to run across the joist. So all I have to do is just pre-cut them on the length and just fix them up. Easy. Takes 10 minutes, then you got nice easy run. And here it is, ceiling button down, ready to receive plasterboard. I had someone saying that 19 by 38, and that's the button, it's not good to join two sheets of plasterboard on. So I said, how come? I said, oh, they only come if you put it halfway, they're only going like 3/4 inch over the button. I said, what about CLS timber? Like 3x2 CLS, we do stud walls all the time with it. I said, well, yeah, CLS is fine. It's exactly same size. Exactly same size, inch and a half. So it is good enough for boarding, and it's about a third of the price of 2x1. You don't really need 2x1. 19 by 38, nice and light. As long as you get one that, you know, ones that are fairly straight without big knots, it's absolutely fine. And because this ceiling is surprisingly fairly flat, I don't have to do any sort of leveling. All I did is just screw it up tight into the joists above, and that's it. Nobody likes these, but there you go. Sometimes you have to do it. So to avoid undoing the other end of this iron pipe, I weakened up this joint, raised it up with a screwdriver, and then undone it. Cleaned up the joint, PTFE, job done. So you cut it over halfway through, but not up to the thread, a couple of places, and then just snap it with a screwdriver, and then you can undo it nice and easy without disturbing the rest of the pipe. Clean the thread. Nice and clean. Right, so that's about 20 turns of PTFE around, and I put some paste on the nut as well. So belts and braces. Belts and braces. And there you go. I think that's about some number of Newton meters applied, not too many. Should be enough. And that's how I got rid of that big malarkey there, and this stays within the wall, within that wall there, within the brickwork. So when the next door bathroom gets ready for refurbishment, that can be just pulled back and made redundant. There it is. It's below the floor now. About a good ½ inch below the floor. Whilst it was about 3/4 inch above the floor before. And it's in the wall now as well. Made the notch there. Then I have to connect this pipe to it. Not the prettiest joint, but functional. Here it is, the mess is gone. So as you can see, nothing is protruding the wall on either side, so that stays within the wall, that there stays within the wall, that there, that pipe stays within the floor, and this is going to be feed for toilet system here in ensuite. So as we've got our cold mains riser coming up, going through here, going up into the loft, through tanks and hot water cylinder. Then I got shut off valve for next door bathroom on cold supply, and that's a cold supply going to next door bathroom. Hot supply going to next door bathroom, and 2 heating pipes going to next door bathroom, and they're carrying on to another bedroom. Simple, done. Put the floor down, board all that, and ready for tiles.